my most disappointing team coincides with my most surprising upset, and that was just this past weekend when Florida, to me, inexplicably dropped another game as a double-digit favorite to, again, a vastly outmanned LSU team, which was so bad for Dan Mullen that they beat LSU, and LSU ended up getting rid of the coach anyway. Like, that's the kind of thing they talk about 10 or 15 years from now. There are some underlying issues there, defensively, recruiting, and it's not like these are brand new, but it gets to the point now, I think, when we start to look down the road and we start to talk about hot seat, which I don't love doing a lot, and I'm not saying Dan Mullen's there, but at the very least, when we start talking about that, some fundamental changes have to be made there. I think they will, but I think some fundamental changes have to be made there, either on the defensive staff and or on the recruiting staff. Hopefully those two moves coincide, but man, I can't get past where Florida is right now.
Yeah, for Dan Mullen, I mean, that guy, he just plays with fire everywhere he goes. He's very, I hate to use the word, but he's very arrogant about it. He's defiant about it when he's asked about it by fans and even the media. It's all like, yeah, what do you know? This is what I do, and this is what's always worked for me. And we're talking about right now the quarterback situation with Emory Jones. I mean, you keep trotting him out there when it's obvious Anthony Richardson is giving you a different dynamic out there, and you keep saying, well, he doesn't know the incomplete offense. Well, isn't it on you as a coach to shrink things down and make it competent enough to where he can be successful out there instead of putting Emory Jones out there to throw interceptions left and right and put your offense in bad situations, and obviously your defense, which is starting to really gasp for air under Todd Grantham because you're giving them so much time on the field. Dan Mullen has made some really, really wild decisions and really a lot of indecision this year that isn't necessarily surprising to me because I've seen him up close. I've covered him up close, formerly as a Mississippi State beat writer, but you can't do that on the big stage of Florida week after week after week. And the other thing with that right now is that you can't pin him on any one thing week to week. One week, it's obviously the quarterback situation. They lose a Kentucky game because of a lot of penalties. Your offensive line's not playing well in this game. Your defense is playing great, but then all of a sudden they're not playing great in this week. So every week it's a different issue. That, to me, is coaching. That is a lot of inconsistencies across the board. There's not a lot of discipline on this in this program right now, and it's leading to a multitude of issues. And I think in that LSU game, all that came together and it fell under its own weight. Dan Mullen has a huge issue right now, and that huge issue is that he has a lot of issues stemming from a lack of discipline.